औज़ुबिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, अरबईन की खुसूसी ट्रांसमिशन के साथ आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर हैं। इस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं इमाम हुसैन सलाम के हरम में, और हरम के अंदर एक महतफ़ है, यानी म्यूज़ियम हरम का, और उसमें बहुत ही एंटीक्स, बहुत ही कदीम नवादरात मौजूद हैं। उनके जो हेड हैं सैयद गस्सान अल मूसवी साहब, उनके साथ गस्सान अल मूसवी साहब के साथ हम इस वक्त उनके ऑफिस के अंदर मौजूद हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम सैयदना।
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. You are Manuel. Alhamdulillah.
In these days in Arbain, it's very pressure, too many people from the different countries. So how do you deal with them?
Correct. First of all, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, because this blessing days that we witness in Karbala, when those pilgrims they come to visit Imam Hussain and we are at their service, it's a huge ni'mat from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We kind of present it for those people. People are thirsty to visit Imam Hussain, and because of the COVID-19, the 2 years that stopped the world from traveling and flying everywhere, so those people they stopped coming for Ziyarat Imam Hussain for 2 years, and when it's become allowed for people to come and visit Karbala, as you see in Karbala, mashallah, this year were huge pilgrims. They come from all the countries in the world, Pakistanis, Persian people, and Indian people, even from European people, Muslim and non-Muslim, our Christian people and even Sunni people, they come for these days of Imam Hussain. Alayhi salam.
How many years you working here?
Well, I've been 7 years working in the Museum of Imam Hussain. First, I come to the museum as a translator. I'm translate for people, for the pilgrim, for the Zuwar, in English language and also in Persian language. Yeah, but after that, they give me this responsibility in just 1 year and a half to become as a director for the Museum of Imam Hussain.
What is your main domain here? What is your main responsibility?
Well, our responsibility, we make a schedule like for our work, like how to receive the valuables and the presents from the people, and they donate it to us for the museum. We classify them, as an ancient one with modern one, and we keep restoring them, and we keep them in the storage some, and we display the rest. That's it's suitable to be in the museum, and this is one work. All our work, it's for the people themselves, for educate people about the old civilization and our granddads before, how did they live, what is our civilization is, and even from other countries. Most of those valuables that we got them, there are from different countries, and some of them are from leaders. They came to here before years ago, and some of them are from the successors that they visit Imam Hussain Shrine alayhi salam, and some of them are as donations and gifts from the people themselves. So see, and we watch that's love from the people for Imam Hussain. Like each one of them, he came to the shrine of Imam Hussain. He would like to donate something to be here in the museum. That's why we consider Imam Hussain, he is the richest person, because what we have, it's for Imam Hussain.
Everything for them.
Inshallah.
Can you please show me the something in your museum because when I enter in this museum, there's very antiques and very old things like old zaris or something. So our viewers want to want to see something, and I'm going to request you to explain what things in which year you received.
Inshallah.
So can you please inside?
Inshallah, inshallah. Well, first I would like to mention something. Well, Imam Hussain Museum, we consider Imam Hussain Museum as one of the best 10th museum, Islamic museum in the world, because what we have here, it belongs Imam Hussain himself, and there are Islamic valuables with Islamic designs also, and we do display all these valuables in the museum in very smart plan, because the way that we work in the museum, it's not straight way to get the end of the museum, because we mapped the land of the museum as a shape to display those valuable things with Imam Hussain names. So we are now in the first letter of Imam Hussain, as we show you now here. Let's go.
जी नाज़रीन, इस वक्त हम जो है वो सैयद गस्सान अल-मूसवी साहब के साथ, जो कि हमने बताया कि इस म्यूज़ियम के हेड हैं, इनके साथ हम अंदर जा रहे हैं और जो एंटीक्स हैं और नवादरात हैं उनके बारे में इनसे जानते हैं. आइए प्लीज़ प्लीज़. थैंक यू.
We start from this part here.
Please.
Well, this fabric, it's back to 60 years ago. 60 years ago.
60 years.
Yes. It is really old one. It was donated for the shrine of Imam Hussain by. She wasn't a queen, but she's the wife of Maulana Mahir Saifuddin, the Imam of the Ismaili people. Yeah, and they donate this fabric here, and they work on this fabric really perfectly with golden thread and full of pearls, and they wrote Quranic verses around it. We do changing and replace this fabric from time to another, when people bring a new one. So in our storage that we have to keep all the valuable things and all the antiquities that we have, this one, it's one of heaps that we have in the storage. We put it on this the shape of the Zarih of Imam Hussain. It's exactly, and it's like it is big square, and it's got extra square because it belongs the legs of Ali al-Akbar Salamullah alayh, because there are next to each other Imam Hussein's body and Ali al-Akbar, and the front of the body of Imam Hussain, the little son of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, Ali al-Asghar. And that Zarih, which they called it mausoleums.
ये जो पीछे वाली जरी है. Yes.
Exactly, it's back to the 90 years ago. 90 years ago, and even it's a pure silver made actually, and they made this zari from the best kind of silver and the pure silver with base wooden. They called it Bormi, and was donated by Maulana Tahir Saifuddin. He is also the Imam of Ismaili people. We kept this part of this museum in the museum because we show the people, the marks of the whole bullets when the uprising that happened in Karbala in 1991. Really, the rest of that Zari was really damaged, and inshallah, in the future for the next our new museums, we're going to display all that Zari after we get the permission from the Secretary of the General of Imam Hussain. Inshallah.
Can you please show me some more things?
Yeah.
What is this?
And well, it is an old camera, you know, it's very traditional one.
Okay.
Yeah, people they use it, you know, like to capture the photo for them, front of the administrations outside in the city.
For haram, you mean?
No, one of our friends he donate this camera and many kinds, another kinds of those modern cameras, but this one it was really old, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing, isn't it? So, what about these things? Is the wooden boxes about?
Yes. Well, that was, you know, like years ago, when you get in from the Babul Qibla of Imam Hussain, they used to put in the books and the ziyarat and the Holy Quran inside these cavity, just beside the.
Roughly how many years this box is inside the haram, live inside the haram?
It's 75 years.
75 years.
75 years. Yes.
Zairi.
In the Zaria.
My God, it's amazing.
Yeah. Also, we will show you something here. You know, you see this glasses here.
Yeah.
It's it looks like the dome of the mosque of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in Medina Munawwara. We have a single hair from the beard of Prophet Muhammad, and that was donated by the. It's not here. We do display the original one, and the birthday of Imam Hussain, which is in 3rd of Shaban, inshallah.
Okay.
Every year in the 3rd of Shaban, we bring the original one and we just put it here. We make a queue for people here. They watch it and they get a blessing from it. Yeah. I will show you the photo of that beer here.
Yes, please. Yes. तो नाज़रीन इनके पास रसूल करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के दाढ़ी मुबारक का जो है बाल्ब है और ये हम उसके फ़ोटो दिखा रहे हैं। ये जो है वो शाबान में हर ख़ास आम के लिए दिखाया जाता है। ये आप देख सकते हैं रसूल करीम की दाढ़ी का मुबारक है। दिस वन आल्सो
It is same.
या तो ये आप इसकी
smaller glass.
या
And they called it Sha'rat al-Sa'ada. You know, because it's to bring the happiness, you know, and that was donated by one of the Ottoman's successors in
सल्तनत उस्मानिया
1309.
तो ये यहाँ पर हरम के पास रसूल करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के मुबारक है दाढ़ी का एक बाल है जो कि शाबान में ये कह रहे हैं कि ये हर पब्लिक ख़ास आम के लिए उसको यहाँ लाया जाता है और दिखाया जाता है और उसकी तस्वीर जो है वो अलबत्ता पूरे साल यहाँ पर है और ये जो है उस्मानी खलीफाओं से जो है वो हरम को डोनेट किया गया था। व्हाट अबाउट दीज थिंग्स अबाउट
well we got to that side
okay
because we don't show this.
This is very old.
Yeah, in the museum of Imam Hussain, because of the small rooms that we have here, this is the reason that led us to discipline less carpets. Other way, the shrine of Imam Hussain is the richest ever from the shrines and in the world. You know, we do have a carpet. You know, and there are handmaids, something around 11,005 to 600 carpets. Yeah, and we do display almost the old one, you know, and we replace them from time to another. We are going to talk about that carpet that we display there, and we're going to talk about the details in it. It's marble stones. They were. Front of the main gate of Imam Hussain, you know, that guide to the real.
How old is it?
Well, it's something around 70 years ago.
70 years ago.
Yeah, and that was damaged because of the attack that happened, and we just fixed them in 1991. When Iraqi people in Karbala, you know, they had the uprising against the government and against Saddam Hussein regime after the Gulf War.
Yeah, after the Gulf.
Yeah, so those people, they were surrounded in the both shrines in Imam Hussain and Imam Abbas, and when the troops come They surround Karbala. They start shooting and killing everywhere, and everyone come close to the shrines. We got more than 3,000 people killed in the shrine of Imam Hussain.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the pictures.
And also we have the documentary movie, if you want to see it. Yeah, yeah.
So, तो नाज़रीन आप देख रहे हैं कि ये उस ज़माने की जो चीज़ें हैं जब इमाम हुसैन इस्लाम के हरम पे हमला हुआ 3,000 लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि हरम के अंदर शहीद किए गए। उस वक़्त हरम जो है वो उसको नुकसान पहुंचा, डैमेज हुआ था। तो ये उस वक़्त का ये जो है वो हरम के सतून हैं। ये अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व आले मोहम्मद। अब इनसे इस कारपेट के हवाले से पूछते हैं, व्हाट अबाउट दिस कारपेट यू वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस कारपेट, या प्लीज़।
If you just, we coming back here to show you the details of that carpet here. Yeah. Well, we have this carpet 7 years now, okay, in the museum of Imam Hussain. The age for this carpet, it's 40 years. 40 years. Yeah, it was designed by the professional artist ever. His name is Mahmoud Farjan. He's from Iran. They designed this carpet in 35 years. You know, this concept of that carpet, it's become from the grandfather and his son and the grandson in this work for that carpet. They use more than 1,000 color, natural color in this carpet, and there are 16,000 workers. They work on this carpet. They finish and they end this work in 80 years. 8 years, sorry. 8 years, yeah.
8 years में complete किया इसको.
Yeah, and the name for this carpet, it's Tharullah. So let me go there and I'll show you the name for that carpet.
Yes. जिसको करीब से देखते हैं, ये पूरी डिटेल बता रहे हैं कि कितने वर्कर्स ने 8 साल में हैंडमेड, क्योंकि ईरान के कारपेट आपको पता है कि पूरी दुनिया में जाने माने जाते हैं। ईरान की ये सनत जो है मुकामी सनत है जी।
Yeah, well, this is the Tharullah, if you see here. And this is the Ra, and this is the 3 dots.
ثار الله وابن ثار. أي.
Well, it is in Arabic actually written, alphabetical letters. It's written in the opposite way. Like if you see that side, you know, with this Ya Tharullah, it shaped a very big dome. If you just coming back here and you see this dome, probably.
Yeah. ثار الله. इसके ऊपर सारल्लाह लिखा हुआ है, ये हमें बता रहे हैं, देखिए।
Yeah, and at the top of this word, the thar, it's Allah, the name of Allah at the top of it.
इसको कैप्चर कीजिए ऊपर। 1 सेकंड। ये देखिए, ये सार ऊपर जा रहा है, सार अल्लाह, ऊपर अल्लाह है। इस कारपेट पे हम आपको दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, ऊपर अल्लाह लिखा है। ये हैंडमेड है, ये प्रॉपर हैंडमेड है, और इसमें जो है वो ये बड़ी मेहनत से बनाया गया, ईरान से लाया गया। बहुत ही खूबसूरत चीज़ है। सार अल्लाह हमने दिखाया। And can we
go that side?
Yeah, go that side.
I want to be close to the carpet because I want to show you. Well, we read this word, you know, Tha'urullah at the top of that carpet. But this shape of the dome, you know, he referred to the dome of Imam Hussain. Like inside the dome of Imam Hussain, dua is mustajab inshallah, because of the angels that they work around the dome of Imam Hussain. So we watch all these angels, they work around the dome of Imam Hussein's. Well, and the dome of Imam Hussein's, it separates the life, the world, you know, like what we have in the life, in the dunya, you know, and what we have beyond the nature, you know, like what in the akhirat, what is behind our life, you know. We know there are the angels, you know, they walk around the dome of Imam Hussain. So what is Ahsant. And what is inside the dome of the shrine of Imam Hussain? So we saw that consolating, like for the lady Fatima salamullah alayha, the 3 women that they raise their hands up, you know, the 3 women in the corner, you know, with Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha, with al-Baneen, Imam Abbas's mother. And from the opposite side, the Prophet Muhammad salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi, and Imam Ali with the old son of Imam Ali, Imam Hassan. They come and they saw what happened for Imam Hussain in the 10th of Ashura.
Subhanallah.
Yeah. You see those spears, the shift, hold like the flowers. He refers to the heads that they hold, that they've been held by the enemy, when they take them to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad la'natullah alayh. And the red color, you see, it's covered there. And next, it's the body of Imam Hussain, because as Imam Zain al-Abidin mentioned, he say after when they cut the head of my father, Umar ibn Sa'd la'natullah alayh, he's given order, for some 10 nights, they run on the body of Imam Hussain, and they choose very special and big in the size of those they call the Germany horses, because they are so big and so heavy, and their foot are more wider.
Yeah.
They run on the chest of Imam Hussain and they kick the body until when Imam Zain al-Abidin say, my dad chest to stick with his back. So imagine that things, like the body, it's without head, chest are stuck with the back, hand are cut, with the legs are cut. So what body left for Imam Hussain? That's why Imam Zain al-Abidin, he's bring his Abba and he's gather and collect the parts of the body of Imam Hussain on his Abba, and he just bring it in front of his aunt, the lady Zainab Salamullah alayha, the one who sit next to the body of Imam Hussain Salamullah alayhi. Well, that all is interpretation of the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, like Inna al-Husayna Musbah al-Huda wa Safinatu al-Najat. He referring, he explained that sayings of a Prophet Muhammad, like what does it mean? Why Imam Hussain Musbah al-Huda wa Safinatu al-Najat, not Imam Hassan? Well, for the day of Ashura of Imam Hussain, we see all those companions that they surround Imam Hussain. The first dot at the middle of the carpet, refer for the qatl of Imam Hussain, and they.
ये बीच वाला जो डॉट है इसके ऊपर फोकस कीजिए, ये इसके बारे में सारा बता रहे हैं. Yes please, the dot.
And he wrote Hussain names around that dot for 3 times. Once refer to the 3rd of Shaban of Imam Hussain, his birthday, and the second is that Imam Hussain, he's the 3rd Imam after Imam Ali and Imam Hassan, and he's the 3rd Imam. Those people, they killed their 3rd Imam and in Karbala, and Imam Hussein's body or Qatlaga are surrounded with these companions and the friends who they come with him, because as you know, Imam Hussain moved from Medina with 3,000 of his friends and the companions, but for the 10th of Ashura, the number that they stopped with him and they fought with him are 156. So 72 of them, they were the shuhada, and there are 84 of them, they take them as prisoners to Sham, to Yazid. So he reflects these things with these angels, like with opening wings, because for shuhada, because they choose the way for their death, they went with Imam Hussain for death, and they select the death than the life. And those prisoners, the green one, if you count them, there are 84, with the green one. Also here the horse of Imam Hussain, Dhul Janah.
Yeah, Subhan. Yes. Where is the Dhul Janah?
Just let me go there and I'll show you this thing.
This one. Dhul Janah, yeah.
Well, these are the tents that they burn. The Khaymaga, Mukhayyam. And this is Al-Alqami River. The road. This is the arm of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas salamullah alayh. He holding this flag.
Yeah. ये इसके ऊपर बताया गया है कि ये मौला अब्बास अलैहिस्सलाम के हाथ में इमाम से झंडा है और अलम मुबारक है आशुरा पे, और ये अलकमी के ऊपर है, दरिया के घाट. मशरा अल-फरात.
And this is the horse of Imam Hussain that they called it Dhul Janah. Well, normally we saw this horse only in this image or in this shape. Those artist people, they draw in this horse with this form. Because there is a story for this horse, they saying this horse was really so smart. That's why Imam Hussain he selected this horse. He say after when they kill Imam Hussain salamullah alayh, the horse start running between the body of Imam Hussain and al-Mukhayyam, the camp of Imam Hussain, for 20 times in order to inform Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha about Imam Hussein's what happened to him. Then he melted his face with Imam Hussein's blood, and he came back to Lady Zainab salamullah alayha with down heads, as you see here. And right when she smelled the blood, she understood Imam Hussein had been killed because of the dusty land, that we have. And as I told you, they run on his body, there is a huge dust was around the land of war, so everything was unseen. It was really hard to see. And here is the old daughter of Imam Hussein, Sayyidah Sukaina salamullah alayha, and the little daughter is Sayyidah Ruqayya salamullah alayha.
जी नाज़रीन, आपने देखा कि इसके ऊपर पूरी करबला की मंजर कशी की गई है, जिसमें जुलजना के कदमों से लिपटी हुई जनाब सकीना सल्लल्लाहु अलैहा है, और ये अपने माथे पे खून लगा के जब मुखय्यम की तरफ जुलजना आता है तो वो भाई के खून की खुशबू से इत्तला करता है कि इमाम हुसैन इस्लाम शहीद हो चुके हैं। ये पूरी मंजर कशी की गई है, इसमें एंजल्स दिखाए गए हैं जो ज़वारीन के लिए दुआ कर रहे हैं। किस तरह से इमाम हुसैन इस्लाम के जिसमें नाज़रीन पामाल हुआ, उसको अब इस काबिल ना था कि उठाया जाए, तो अबा के दामन में ये कहते हैं कि इमाम ज़ैनुल इस्लाम उठा के लाए, उसके ऊपर मेंशन किया गया इमाम का सर, ये तमाम चीज़ें इसके ऊपर। व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन?
I'm not finished yet from this carpet.
Okay,
Let me finish this carpet first, then we go there.
Okay.
Well, the designer says, because of the battle of Imam Hussein in Ashura, when he was against the oppressors, against the zalim, that's why Muslim people got those holy sites now, because the enemy planned to get rid of the Islam religion after the death of Prophet Muhammad, and what happened to his cousin and to his successor, like Ali ibn Abi Talib salamullah alayh, and all his sons, those people, they won't mean it. So by the battle of Imam Hussein, we are, as a Muslim people, are able to visit these holy sites because of the revolution of Imam Hussein's. So we just coming back here and we watch this Muslim sites like Kaaba and Medina and Karbala itself, the shrine of Imam Hussein and his brother Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas salamullah alayh, and Imam Rida in Mashhad, Ali ibn Musa Rida, and Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha in Syria, and Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas again with Imam Ali al-Hadi, with Hassan al-Askari in Samarra, with Kadhibain and Imam Ali salamullah alayh, and Baytul Maqdis. And there are 5 places are empty without any pictures, which they you see, thus belongs the Imam of Baqi', one of them, for Sayyidah Fatima salamullah alayha, and Imam al-Hasan salamullah alayhi, al-Imam Zayn al-Abidin wa Muhammad al-Baqir wa Ja'far al-Sadiq. And inshallah, by the cooperation of Muslim peoples from around the world, inshallah, we've been able to rebuild inshallah those graves, and we make it a huge shrines for all Muslims to be visited inshallah, like the shrine of Imam Hussein.
Very amazing work over there, is handwork, and the mention of the current situation also, and the story about the Karbala 1400 years ago. is by his amazing, amazing carpet.
Yeah, he's really
It's really amazing.
did a perfect job on this carpet. You know, like we do have many carpets in the storages, but with this one, you know, like we are not able to remove it from here at all. You know, for me especially, I can come to the museum and I see this carpet is not here. Even for a cleaning, like for example, you know, like they want to get it for wash or for a clean, you know, I can without it because I really to talk about that carpet, you know, and because the details that the carpet got, you know, it's everything in it, and it's really, you know, touch your sense, you know, touch your feeling with what happened to Karbala.
Yeah, everything is modular. Okay.
Okay,
MashaAllah.
we go back to that symbol there.
Yeah.
Well, before years, like 40 years ago, and even before Saddam Hussein regime, you know, the dome of Imam Hussein was like, and the dome for Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. In order to distinguish between the both domes, they put this shape of sun of you called it khorshid or
Khorshid, yeah.
yes, sun. You know, it is copper made. You know, it was above the dome of Imam Hussein. So that was the mark that it's distinguished the dome of Imam Hussein than the dome of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, because Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas dome, they used to put the palm of it is also copper made, you know, and we do have a symbol of it. It's just up there. We're going to talk about it, inshallah.
Okay. Okay, let's move inside, eh?
Yeah.
थैंक यू वेरी मच। नाज़रीन, हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं इस वक्त जब सद्दाम के ज़माने में और इस वक्त ये जो पूरी तबरुकात हैं, जब हमला हुआ किस तरह से सारे मामलात, उसमें जो चीज़ें डैमेज हुई वो सारी अंदर म्यूज़ियम में है। वो एक एक चीज़ करके हमको दिखाएंगे, तो हम इनसे और चीज़ों के बारे में जानने की कोशिश करेंगे। व्हाट अबाउट दिस शबाक? ये खिड़कियाँ हैं गोल्ड की। It is pure gold.
It is a pure gold, you know. Yeah. It is a door behind the silver one, you know. They put in this door because, and they make it short because when you want to get the zarih of Imam Hussein, you know, like you just bow and you can get inside. That's why they make this door, you know. It's short. It's got each one of them, you know, like for 20 kilogram of gold.
20 kilogram.
Yeah, so we have here 40 kilogram of gold, you know, that was inside the shrine.
40 ग्राम का ये गोल्ड है जिसकी ये खिड़कियाँ बनी हुई हैं। ये कदीम है और यहाँ पर ये म्यूज़ियम में इस वक्त मौजूद है। प्लीज़।
Yeah, we have many different parts and shapes of vases, you know. They were donated. There are from Mina work, you know, and that was donated from Iran because in Isfahan, the city in Iran, they are specialized to work and to do such as these arts in that city. And also we have these two parts.
What is this? Yeah. Why damage this one?
Well, that was around the crown, around the zarih of Imam Hussein, and on the uprising that we talk about in 1991, when they start shooting. Yes.
Basi attack on the Haram. Basi was attack. Basi attack to the Haram.
Yes. Yes.
Al-Basiyin.
No, not Al-Abbasi.
No. Bas.
Al-Bas, yes. Al-Bas attacked. Yeah. And they start shooting, you know, everyone in the shrine, so they damage these parts of the verses of Holy Quran. They were surround the crown of the zarih of Imam Hussein.
ये इमाम हुसैन सलाम के ज़रिए के ऊपर जब सद्दाम की फ़ौजों ने हमला किया तो इस पर कुरान की आयत लिखी हुई थी, उसके ऊपर गोलियां मारी गईं और उसको डैमेज किया गया। आपके सामने म्यूज़ियम के अंदर है। अफसोस की बात है कि बहुत सारे लोग आज भी सद्दाम को मुसलमान समझते हैं। ये कुरान की आयत का जलाना, रसूलुल्लाह के नवासे के हरम के ऊपर हमला, ये तमाम चीज़ें आज मुँह बोलता सबूत हैं।
Yeah, and well, when you go to visit the zarih of Imam Hussein, you know, we see that a museum, and inside that museum there is a box.
Yeah.
That box made of khatam work, they called it, which was donated by the wife of Ismail al-Safawi Shah, which back to 350 years ago. 350 years ago, and it is made, yes, it is made by khatam work. So we got the permission, to keep two parts, two pieces of that khatam, from inside the zari, and we just put them here. So if you go and you visit the zari of Imam Hussain, you see
ये सफ़ावी बादशाहों की यादगार है जो उन्होंने ज़री को दिए इमाम हुसैन सलाम की, उसके पार्ट्स यहाँ पर इस वक्त मौजूद हैं.
it contains, huge number of those khatams.
Yes. Subhanallah. What about okay, we are this is zari, हम इसके ऊपर बात कर चुके हैं. ये जो बोरा बिरादरी है उनकी तरफ से दी गई. What about this stone? It's a big stone.
Well,
this is musalla.
Looks like the niche, like a mihrab. Normally people used to pray on that stones, and it's got other complements in it. Like two pieces. We put one of them inside the zariyah, and the other one we kept it in other places. Because as Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq salamullah alayhi says, the ziyarat of Imam Hussain must be started from the legs, like from Ali al-Akbar's sides and from the shuhada. Then you turn in front of the body. Then you end your ziyarat front of the heads of Imam Hussain, where is the Bab al-Rases, And that niche there, after when you finish your ziyarat, you need to pray 2 rak'at for Imam Hussain after the ziyarat. So they make this marble like a mihrab, like where did you put, and when you do the sajda on it, and it's a pure and natural marbles. So there is no need for turbat because it's natural ground, like from the land.
सही. नाज़रीन आपको और मज़ीद चीज़ें दिखाते हैं और important things like these old Qurans, like.
Yeah, we have many different manuscripts, They are so old and.
कुछ पुराने कुरानी नुस्खे हैं जिनके बारे में. This is gold.
Well, it is written and it's lined up with a gold lines, they use in it, and it is handwritten, Those manuscripts are very old.
ये बहुत पुराने कुरान हैं, हाथ के लिखे हुए भी हैं और इसके ऊपर सोने से इसकी चारों तरफ इसके बॉर्डर बनाए गए हैं. आगे आइए.
Well, we have this manuscripts back to the 1st century. It's wrote on the flesh of the deer, and it's back to Imam Zain al-Abidin written.
ये इमाम ज़ैन अल-आबिदीन सलाम का is written by इमाम ज़ैन अल-आबिदीन सलाम.
Yes.
ये इमाम ज़ैन अल-आबिदीन सलाम के हाथ की लिखाई है और गज़ाल अल-गज़ाल ये जल्द अल-गज़ाल ये हिरन की खाल के ऊपर लिखा गया है, जल्द अल-गज़ाल के ऊपर. और ये इमाम ज़ैन अल-आबिदीन सलाम के हाथ की लिखाई हम आपको ज़ियारत के लिए पेश कर रहे हैं. इसको फोकस करें, इमाम के हाथ की है और लोग ज़ियारत करें, मुस्तफ़ीद हों. ऐसे करके ले लें इसको और खूबसूरत. Subhanallah.
Also we have these boxes of du'as, and there are back to the really old periods. Even this Holy Quran here with another more manuscripts.
Yes. Can we go this side? Yeah. What about this member al-Qadim?
Well, it is, yes. This member, it's back to 185 years ago. That was.
185 years.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it is made. Well, if you turn the world, you cannot find like this member ever in the world. Never ever.
Never.
Yeah. It's really old member, and that was kept in the storages. When we came, we saw that amount of the damage on it, because this kind of art that they work on that pulpit, the member, they called it khatams, which is really hard, to make it. Like they use the ivory with the copper and with the mina stones with different kinds of wood.
How to save this member is a long time, because there's a Hassan al-Bakr and the Saddam regime, the Ahlebait.
They just throw it in the storages. No one look after it.
Storages में डाल दिया.
Yeah. So when we just came after, when we opened that museum here, we saw all this stuff in the storage. No one look after them. We just make a restoring for them and maintaining for those stuffs, and we just make it just like that. But it still needs more fixing.
More fixing.
Yeah.
Can I touch this?
Yes.
Thank you very much. नाज़रीन, ये इस वक्त ये कह रहे हैं कि दुनिया भर में जो भी मेंबर पुराने सेव किए गए उसमें 185 साल पुराना सबसे कदीम मेंबर यही है, और किसी म्यूज़ियम में इतना कदीम मेंबर नहीं है. सुभान अल्लाह. व्हाट वाज दिस वन? ये सामने एक सबील सी है, ये टंकी पानी.
Exactly. Well, we do have mawqifs in Karbala, in different places, and from each road and from each alley, like before Karbala got 7 stays around it, like it's not stays, it's like an alley, around the shrine of Imam Hussain and Abul Fadl al-Abbas, like Mukhayyam and Sidra and this Bab Baghdad, they called it of those. Most of them, they got all these, like a tank, they make a boiling water for preparing a tea for the visitors, or to do some juice for the visitors, and it is really old. Exactly. We got it from the market of the Safarin, they called it, which is a smith, they called it. As a business, they called it a smith work, So
it is a gold one.
No, it's copper, made here. It's not gold.
ये कह रहे हैं कि उस ज़माने में इसमें जूसेस भर के ज़ायरीन की खिदमत के लिए, सर्दियाँ हैं तो चाय, गर्मी है तो ठंडे मशरूब, इसमें लोगों को पिलाया जाता था, जिस तरह से इस वक्त आप मौक़ब में देखते हैं.
And this samovar, it is Indian made, that's the small one there.
ये हिंदुस्तान से लाए हैं, ये हिंदुस्तान का है. इससे भी ज़ायरीन की खिदमत की जाती रही. How old roughly है?
This one?
Yeah, this one.
80 years ago.
80 years. 80 साल पहले ये ज़ायरीन की खिदमत इससे अंजाम दी जाती थी. इससे चाय वगैरह या मशरूब वगैरह के लिए.
They use it for preparing tea and chai for ziwar.
सुभान अल्लाह. और मज़ीद चीज़ें देखते हैं, और ये कदीम दरवाज़ा ज़री का बहुत ही खूबसूरत.
Well, we make use of the doors of the shrine of Imam Hussain, and we just replace them from downstairs into the museum. So we are going to watch many of those doors inside. Like we pass 3 from there, and this is the 4th one. And we going to see the rest just in front of that side.
सुभान अल्लाह. बहुत ही खूबसूरत चीज़ें, कदीम तरीन चीज़ें हरम की, जो कि स्टोरेज कर दी गई थी सद्दाम के ज़माने में, उसको रिकवर किया गया और जो है वो यहाँ पर लाकर जो है वो लगाया गया है. और एक म्यूज़ियम के लिए जितनी ज़्यादा चीज़ें कदीम हो, नवादरात में से हों, वो उसकी म्यूज़ियम की वैल्यू को इंक्रीज़ करती हैं, बढ़ाती हैं. और ये तमाम चीज़ें, इन तमाम चीज़ों से खिदमत अंजाम दी जाती रही.
This is for coffee, they preparing the coffee.
Traditional Arabic coffee is like
exactly the traditional one.
Yeah.
There are copper made, and also we have the silver one.
एक ख़ास किस्म की कॉफ़ी होती है जो ट्रेडिशनल अरबिक कॉफ़ी कहलाती है. शायद हम लोग पी ना सकें, वो बहुत कड़वी होती है. वो ये इन चीज़ों से पिलाई जाती रही. और ये कुछ तलवारें हैं जो आपके सामने जो कि हम दिखा रहे हैं. What about these
those weapons, they called it kama. There are specials, like exactly for tatbir. We found some of them in the storages, and we got new ones of them. and there are different maids, you know, like the old ones, you know, normally they look after it and they make the handle of the ivory or the copper, but with the modern one, you know, it's not like that. But
ये कदीम
we do have this a new one here, you know.
वो कदीम जिससे तदबीर की जाती थी, कमा लगाई जाती थी सर पे, वो कदीम तलवारें हैं। और ये इसमें कुछ जदीद ये खंजर देखिए, ये खंजर हैं कदीम अरब ट्रेडिशनल खंजर्स हैं। और ये तलवार है, कितना खूबसूरत तलवार है, ये कितनी ब्यूटीफुल है। इन्ना फतहन लगा, सुभान अल्लाह।
We got this qama just couple weeks ago before the ziyarat of Ahlebait.
This is for qama. It's huge, isn't it?
It is a huge and so heavy also.
يا حيدر حيدر
Well,
يا حيدر.
yeah, they make it in very special made. You know, you see the snakes inside it, those lines as a snake. The handle it's made of ivory, you know, and yeah, look for the gilaf. They show the sabaya, you know, for the arba'in of Imam Hussain. That's why he was mean it, you know, like he want to bring unto send this qama and these special days for arba'in.
यानी जो qama का दस्ता है, यानी जो qama का दस्ता है उसके ऊपर जो उसराए अहलेबैत हैं, जो काफिला कैद होकर गया है, उसको मेंशन किया गया है ये qama के दस्ते के ऊपर। ये देखें, ये सबाया अहलेबैत, ये इसके ऊपर है। अल्लाह अकबर, अल्लाह अकबर। These are stones, eh?
It's different sounds. You just keep walking.
Yeah.
I can't finish. Sorry.
Okay, just can.
Yeah, I'm just going to get.
Okay, no worries.
I come catch the catch.
ओके, हम मज़ीद आपको दिखाते हैं सैयद गस्सान की कुछ तबीयत जो है वो ख़राब हुई। और ये देखें, ये सारी नवादरात हैं, ये सब चीज़ें हैं, पुराना दरवाज़ा है हरम का। और आगे बढ़ते हैं और हम दिखाते हैं मज़ीद आपको। ये कुछ रोशनी के लिए उस ज़माने में जब बिजली नहीं थी तो इसके अंदर शमाएँ मेरे ख़्याल में रोशन की जाती होंगी, ये उसके लिए चीज़ें हैं। और ये तलवारें उस ज़माने की ढालें और तलवारें ये तोहफे में दी गई हैं। इसके ऊपर हम देखते हैं शील्ड ऑफ, तमाम चीज़ें हैं इसके ऊपर। इन्होंने हम इसको कैप्चर करते हैं तेज़ी के साथ। कुछ बर्तन हैं ये पुराने हरम में इस्तेमाल हुए, ये पुरानी देखें शमाएँ हैं, प्योर सिल्वर की प्लेट के अंदर शमादान है ये। और ये भी तलवारें पुरानी हैं, बहुत पुरानी तलवारें हैं। ग्रुप ऑफ सोल्ड विद टू टाइप्स, इंडियन एंड यूरोपियन, सम ऑफ देम इट्स हैंडेड। ये सारी जो है ये इंडियन और कहना यूरोपियन तर्ज की ये तलवारें हैं, ये म्यूज़ियम को हदिया की गई। पुराने ज़माने का कुछ असलिया भी यहाँ पर है। ये वो जो जिस 4 दरवाज़ों की बात करें तो उसमें से एक दरवाज़ा ये है, ये सामने ये दरवाज़ा यहाँ रखा हुआ है। और ये बहुत कदीम दरवाज़े हैं उन 4 दरवाज़ों में से। और ये बहुत खूबसूरत, सुभान में करीब आइए, इसको इसकी ज़ियारत भी करेंगे, चूमेंगे भी इसको। बहुत ही कदीम दरवाज़ा है ये। इसको इन्होंने प्लास्टिक से कवर किया हुआ है। इस पर हज़ारों लाखों करोड़ों लोगों ने ज़ियारत की होगी। पुराने ज़माने में कितने ही मलाइका और अंबिया ने इसको मस किया होगा। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन वाले मोहम्मद। ये कुछ पुराने ट्रेडिशनल कदीम बर्तन भी हैं, ये हम आपको दिखाते हैं। ये हरम में के उस ज़माने में इस्तेमाल हुए, ज़ायरीन की खिदमत के लिए, मशकीज़ें हैं पानी वगैरह के लिए। बहुत पुरानी, तकरीबन ये कह रहे हैं कि 200 साल पुराने बर्तन हैं ये। हम आगे चलते हैं, ये भी अरब ट्रेडिशनल बर्तन हैं, इसमें चीज़ें हैं। 1600 AD, हाँ 1600 AD का है ये। सब बहुत पुरानी चीज़ें हैं। ये अंगुश्तरी, आई थिंक अंगूठी इयरिंग, सिल्वर की ये रिंग है। और ये 1550 और 1600 AD की है। ये बहुत खूबसूरत आपके सामने सब पत्थर वो हैं, सब मिट्टी के ज़रूफ़, जिस तरह से हमारे यहाँ पाकिस्तान में भी बनते हैं। अरब कल्चर बहुत पुराना, बाबल की तहज़ीब है ये। और ये जो है 2.5 और ये सब हरम के एतबार से ग्रुप ऑफ variety of different shape and size were found underground at deep ringing between meters inside outside the holy shrine. ये shrine के जैसे फाउंड हुए हैं और ये इसमें बता रहे हैं कि जो है वो बरामद किए गए रोज़े के अंदर से मिट्टी के बर्तन, नीचे इसकी पूरी हिस्ट्री लिखी हुई है और इसको हम कैप्चर कर लेते हैं ताकि हमारे नाज़रीन इसको आराम से पॉज करके सुकून से इसके ऊपर मुताला कर सके। ये फ़ारसी, अरबी और इंग्लिश के अंदर है और ये ये जनाब अली असग़र अलैहिस्सलाम के झूले की शबी है। इसकी हिस्ट्री के बारे में नहीं लिखा है, हम इसको कैप्चर करते हैं अपनी स्क्रीन पे। कदीम है और ये तमाम चीज़ें नवादरात हैं। ये गुलाब पाश है, ये इत्र छिड़कने के लिए, गुलाब पाशी करने के लिए उस ज़माने में गुलाब पाश तलाबा नक्श गुल तलाबा नक्श गुल वो गया। ये पुराने ज़माने की बंदूक़ें हैं, अलबनादिक अलबिदाया। ये है जनाब ये ऑटोमन, ये उस्मानी सल्तनत की ये बंदूक़ें उस ज़माने में आप देखते हैं सिपाहियों के हाथ में होती थी। ज़माने का असलहा है कदीम। और अब ये पुराने ज़माने का ये भी ये यमानी खंजर है। ये अशरीन अहदी अल-अत्तब अल-हुसैनी अल-मुक़द्दस है। ये हरम को हदिया किया गया। ये जो है वो यमनी खंजर है, जैसे यमन वाले अपने साथ जो उनके ट्रेडिशनल खंजर है। और ये है ये अल-हशद अश-शाबी की जो अभी दाइश से जंग हुई उसमें जो असला इस्तेमाल हुआ, ये आपके सामने हशद अल-शाबी का है। ये इस पर शहीद का भी नाम लिखा हुआ है, सला क़ब्ज़ यक़ूद अल-शहीद अल-सालिह अबू तहसीन, अबू तहसीन जो कि कमांडर थे आई थिंक, जिन्होंने जान दी और ये रोज़ों की हिफाजत की, जो कि सैयद सिस्तानी साहब का फतवा है, मर्ज अशियाई उनका फतवा है। उसके हुक्म के तहत ये हशद शाबी वजूद में आई, जो कि दाइश को वास्ले जहन्नम किया। उसमें अबू तहसीन ये इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे शहीद, उनका ये असलहा है। इसके अलावा ये जो है पुराना, अब हम थोड़ा दूर से इसको ले रहे हैं। ये जो है ये भी पुराने ज़माने की बंदूक़ें हैं, ये पुराने ज़माने की। और उसके ये मजमुआ मिन बना दगली उस ज़माने का असला है और ये तमाम चीज़ें हैं। ये भी इस्तेमाल होता रहा। इसमें ग्रुप ऑफ शॉर्ट गन्स इराक़ी पीपल अगेंस्ट अ ब्रिटिश ऑक्यूपेशन। 1920 में ये जो है वो इराक़ पे हमला हुआ, तो उस ज़माने में ये असला इस्तेमाल हुआ, म्यूज़ियम में है। और आगे चलते हैं। A group of and gifted between इमाम हुसैन सलाम बैक to ये सल्तनत उस्मानिया के ज़माने का असला है। हम तेज़ी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं और ये तमाम चीज़ें हैं। ये वही ये कुछ बहुत पुराने ज़माने की ये कदीम घड़ी वॉल क्लॉक हरम में इस्तेमाल हुई है। मुख्तलिफ़ किस्म की चीज़ें हैं, ये तमाम आपके सामने हम इसको दिखा रहे हैं। ये चीज़ें इसको कैप्चर कर लें ताकि हमारे नाज़रीन इसको आराम से पॉज करके इसको पढ़ सकें। इसमें 2-3 ज़बानों में है, अरबी में, फ़ारसी में और इंग्लिश में है। तो
those are the remains of the doors, you know, that they broken it when they get in the shrine.
What is this?
As we talk about the uprising in 1991, you know, the Saddam Hussein forces, they attacked the shrine and they broke the doors with the tank. They went in, you know, so the remains of that damage and the demolition is a process, you know. We collect them, you know, those parts, and it was kept in inside the storages. So yeah, we make use of them and we just display them here in the museum.
ये सद्दाम ने जब रोज़े के ऊपर हमला किया, उसकी फ़ौजों ने हरम को दरवाज़ों को तोड़ा, तो लोगों ने इसको स्टोरेज के अंदर डलवा दिया था और ये खुदा का मौज़ा है कि सद्दाम की फ़ौजें वासिल जहन्नम हुई, मगर उस जुल्म के निशान और ये तमाम तबरुकात आपके सामने इस वक्त बाकी हैं। सैयद इसमें ओके ओके ये फरमा रहे हैं कुछ और इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग्स हैं जो कि इसके बारे में डीपली मालूमात रखते हैं। ये हरम ये इस म्यूज़ियम के हेड हैं, तो हमारे साथ ये काफ़ी कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं। तो ये कुछ बताना चाहते हैं हमको, तो हम वहाँ चल रहे हैं इनके साथ और जानने की कोशिश करते हैं। कह रहे हैं कि बहुत ही अहम, हम इस दरवाजे
that was the main gate, you know, like guide you to the real Zarih of Imam Hussain before, and then you broke that door and we just fixed it again. You know, it's a pure silver made, donated by the Indian people. See the decorations, the you know, the design of that doors, you know, and they wrote many Quranic verses at the top of it, even at the middle of it.
सुभान अल्लाह। इनको चूँकि सारी हिस्ट्री इसकी पता है क्योंकि ये म्यूज़ियम के हेड हैं, तो बहुत ही खूबसूरत तरीके से हमारे साथ ये कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं और तमाम चीज़ें।
We have very important things, you know, for information about the museum itself. You know, visitors, when they come to the museum of Imam Hussain, they might raise questions, you know, like, okay, we are going to the museum of Imam Hussain as we going to find the accessories, like the weapons that Imam Hussain had in the Battle of Karbala. But we explained this already for them, like, where is they gone, you know, who they are stolen it, you know. So we mentioned exactly the lottery process that happened on the body of Imam Hussain. We just mentioned them here according to these sources, you know. So like, who stole the sword of Imam Hussain? The safe and the shield and the shirt of Imam Hussain, the bow, the ring, the trouser, the turban, the dress, the slippers, Rahana, which it means the saddle on the horse, you know, and the scarf of Imam Hussain who's stolen. You know, those things that belongs Imam Hussein's, you know. Mukhtar al-Thaqafi, if you heard, he decided to get the revenge from the enemy of Imam Hussain and to collect or together all Imam Hussein's accessories back because there are belongs Imam Zain al-Abidin, because he's the next Imam after Imam Hussain. After that, when they built the first grave of Imam Hussain, and it was the first tomb for it, you know, there are many different Abbasis and Umayyad successors. They attacked the shrine of Imam Hussain during all this period. We started from the 227 by the Al-Wathiq Al-Abbasi successor.
Yes, we are talking about the...
We start from the 227 by the Abbasi successor, his name Al-Wathiq. Then in 247 by Al-Mutawakkil. He attacked 3 times on Karbala.
3 times.
Yes, and he's really demoled both domes of Imam Hussain and Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas and the Wahhabis people also. Actually, they were 23 attacks. We mentioned 10 of them here. The worst one we can say, and in 1801 by Saud al-Saud, the Wahhabis people, they attacked 3 times in 1801 and 3 and 24 also. You know, they damaged the both shrines. They killed 10,000 people of the Karbala'i people. They damaged the both shrines of Imam Hussain and Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, and they cut that tree. They called it the tree of As-Sidra, which was the mark for the pilgrims after the demolition process. When they come, they used to sit next to that tree and they recite the dua and the ziyarat of Imam Hussain close of it. The last one was in 1991 by the Saddam Hussein forces in the Al-Intifada Sha'baniyya, they called it.
Sha'baniyya.
Yeah. We going back there to see that documentary movie.
So you mean whole tabarukat after this this period, everything is gone.
No, in this work, in this art of work, we proved for the visitors that we do have nothing for Imam Hussain because of that lottery that happened. And the 10th of Muharram, such as these things happening, this lottery happening. And during the time from the martyrdom of Imam Hussain in 61 Hijri year until 25 years ago, that's what happened in Karbala and for the shrine of Imam Hussain. In this documentary movie here, we see these pictures. When those forces attacked and they bombing everywhere, like the both shrines, how did they attack? This is Ibrahim al-Mujab actually, they burn it up. Yeah. This is the main gate of Imam Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. No, for Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, not Imam Hussain. This is Imam Hussain dome. These are the weapons that they use from inside the shrine for killing people. And the snipers sit around all the shrines, so each one come close to the shrine, they kill it. These stones and the bricks, that we have in the museum here is from that time.
जी नाज़रीन, आपने देखा कि शॉर्ट डॉक्यूमेंट्री के ज़रिए से जिसमें सद्दामी फोर्सेस ने हमला किया और जो कुरान ने अजर रिसालत देने का हुक्म है उसको किस तरह से अदा किया। क़राबतदारों से मोहब्बत का हुक्म था, इन्होंने मोहब्बत का हुक्म इन हथियारों से और असलहे के साथ दिया। ये उम्मत की जफाकारी आज की नहीं 1400 साल की है। कभी नवासे रसूल को ज़िबा करते हैं और कभी आपके मरकत पे हमला करके कुरान की आयत का जवाब अपने तौर से देने की कोशिश करते हैं। अब आपके सामने है कि कोई रो के आंसू बहा के अजर मवद्दत देता है तो कोई गोला और बारूद के साथ। अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद। Agha Jan, what about these dhals, harb?
No. These are the shields that we talk about them. There are many leaders, many successors, many kings. They come to the shrine of Imam Hussain, and right when they reach here, they know that this Imam, he's Imam of peace. They put their swords and their shields in front of the Zari at very long time ago.
Subhanallah. 1980, eh?
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. Okay.
And also we have many different sources, yes. Some of them are Persian made and Indian made, they made of one kind of the metal, they called it Johar, which is melted by from 4 to 5 different kinds of the iron. Until they get in this kind of the swords.
जी नाज़रीन, आप देख रहे हैं कि किस कदर मुख्तलिफ़ किस्म की सोर्ड्स हैं, कहाँ से लाई गई हैं, इसको बता रहे हैं। बहुत ही पुराना चीज़ें हैं, ये जंग में इस्तेमाल होती थी।
Those axes they back for a long time ago. They use it as a weapons in the war. We found them in the storages.
Storages, yeah.
Yeah.
Very qadim.
Qadim, yes it is.
qadim. जी नाज़रीन, आप देख रहे हैं कि इनके जो है वो उसमें तमाम चीज़ें हैं और मेरे ख्याल में हमने तमाम चीज़ें कवर कर ली। आई थिंक सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट फिनिश है। या तो नाज़रीन, इस वक्त हमने तेज़ी के साथ कुछ चीज़ें और कुछ जो है वो आराम से जो ख़ास चीज़ें थी वो आपकी खिदमत में जो है वो पहुँचाई कि म्यूज़ियम ऑफ इमाम हुसैन सलाम में, जो कि जिस वक्त से शाम ग़रीबा हुई और सरकार की अबा लूटी गई, अंगूठी की वजह से उंगली काट के अंगूठी लूटी गई, वो तमाम चीज़ें, आपकी कमीज़, आपका स्कार्फ, उसको किस तरह से मुख्तार सक़फ़ी ने, अमीर मुख्तार ने रिकवर किया और उसके बाद फिर एक पूरी अब्बासी, उमवी, अब्बासी और सत्ताम तक की तमाम कारस्तानियाँ जो कि तबरुकात लुटते चले गए। तो उस ज़माने के बाद जो और हरम की नवादरात थी, हमला होता था, स्टोरेज में छुपा देते थे, उसके बाद ही रिकवर किया गया और आज भी माशाल्लाह तमाम चीज़ें जो है वो आपके सामने हैं। हम इंतहाई मशकूर हैं और इंतहाई ममनून हैं ब्रदर सैयद गस्सान अल-मूसवी साहब के, जो कि इमाम हुसैन इस्लाम के म्यूज़ियम के हेड हैं। इन्होंने हमारे साथ बहुत ताउन किया और बहुत ही शफ़क़त के साथ तमाम चीज़ों को जो है वो एक्सप्लेन किया। थैंक यू।
At the end of our meeting, I would like, our interview, I would like to introduce you with Mr. Saeed Haj Saeed. He is the historian person, and he wrote about Imam Hussain and Karbala, and he know all the history that belongs Imam Hussein's, and what about the shrines when they build it. You know, if you would like to have any question to ask him, you know, I can help you to ask and translate the answer from him.
सईद हाज मेज़म हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। ये मौर्रिख हैं इमाम हुसैन इस्लाम के हरम के, इसके बारे में इसकी तारीख़ और तमाम चीज़ें इन्होंने तदवीन की हैं। इनके साथ जो है वो मुतरज्जिम रहेंगे हमारे साथ सैयद गस्सान अल-मूसवी जो है वो तर्जुमा करेंगे और इसके ऊपर हम इनके साथ जो है वो बात करते हैं।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।
सैयद अली वसैयद सुब्हान من قناة أهل البيت المقيمين في بريطانيا.
أهلا وسهلا.
He's Mu'arrikh Karbala, so can you please ask him about his books, because he wrote many books, history of Karbala.
يقول أي الأنواع من الكتابات يعني أنت تحب تكتب عن الإمام الحسين يعني؟
حقيقة أنا كنت منوع. أول شيء عن سيرة الإمام الحسين.
Well, almost I used to read about the life of Imam Hussein in general.
وتاريخ مرقده المبارك.
مرقد المبارك. Okay.
And the history of his grave also.
Okay.
وأنصار الحسين الذين استشهدوا في كربلاء.
And the companions who they got the martyrdoms with Imam Hussein on the 10th of Ashura.
وغيرها من الأمور التي تخص القضية الحسينية.
And there are many different things that belongs the subject of Imam Hussein and his day in Ashura.
So his book is printed or not?
يقول هل لديك كتب مطبوعة أو
نعم كتب المطبوعة أكثر من 50 كتاب.
I got 50 books, you know, are printed.
Printed.
Yeah.
وترجمت.
And also we translate.
وترجمت إلى الفارسي والأردو والإنجليزي.
Okay. Can you show me the Urdu book?
عندك كتاب بالأردو موجود؟
والله عندي بس موجود.
I've got it in my library at home. You know, I don't have nothing here. So if you want to bring one for you,
okay. No
inshallah.
And I'm very thank you for.
يتقدم بالشكر لك حجينا على هذا الشيء، ويريد نسخ من عندك يعني تكون مطبوعة اللي بالأردو يعني.
وكذلك أنا أقدم شكري وإن شاء الله ممنون.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. शुक्रान.
يا مرحبا ممنून. नशरफ.
जो है वो आप इस वक्त आपकी स्क्रीन से जो है वो इजाज़त चाहेंगे और कुछ और एक्सक्लूसिव जो मनाज़िर हरम के वो रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए हम गस्सान साहब के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
You are welcome.
I'm very appreciative.